Good morning. It's Monday, October 18th, 2021. My name is Terry Morgan, and we are here to practice Yang Style Taiji. I'm also pretty much on time this morning. Yay me. I was up really early, and I did a little work on my story, and it's like way more than a little, and I'm like really happy about the result. So there's that. Alright, so for today and going forward, one of the things that I'm going to do is to spend a bit more time on some of the explanations and some of the background to what we're doing in the movement. So a bit more analysis, a little bit more, we're going to take this apart, a little bit more chatty maybe. I'm going to try not to do too much, but more in depth for a particular movement or a particular group of movements, as opposed to how many movements can we string together today. Alright, so it's a big change from what I had been doing, and I think it's going to work much better for this format. Alright, now if we were outside, there would be this component of practice where we practice everything and then there's some new thing or there's something that we go back and review. Alright, so I'm going to take that, and instead of focusing on the whole practice, we're going to practice part, and then we're going to take out a couple of those movements, focus on them, and put them back. That way we'll build up over time so that ultimately, end of the day, we get done with the course, the entire form will be there. It's going to build up. We're going to take these 10, 12 movements, we're going to take these 10, 12 movements, and we're going to look at how it's all connected. So there's overlap. So when you decide to practice on your own, there's no gap. Let's get started. Okay, and it was chilly this morning. I've been up for a while. I got stuff done this morning. Alright, basic stretch. Start with that. I'm trying to reorient myself so that I'm standing in a better visibility spot for some of this. I told you I look at I review what's there. So I'm going to try and stand over here for right now. Can you go shoulder width apart? I like the center of the room over here, but I also have flowers, so there's that. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. And hand circle to the front. Back around to both sides. Up along the center line. Yeah, reach out. One more time. Last time. Roll up. Fingertips reach up, elbows drop down. Hands return to your sides. A little bit of a walking exercise, right? We've done this multiple times. All right, and I'm just turn around and go this way. Hands behind your back. Relax through the upper back. Shouldn't be tight. Just keep your arms. Put them somewhere. If you want to put them in front, that's fine. But now I'm going to put mine back. All right. And shift to the left. Turn the right toes to 45. Transfer the weight, step through. Roll back, and step through. Yes, there's a circle there. Keep going. Remember to keep your center as you step forward. If your weight goes forward sooner than... Alright, relax. If your weight goes forward too fast, you kind of just fall onto your foot as opposed to placing it. I'm going to review that for just a second because it's Tai Chi fundamentals, right? I do like being in the center there. So, oh well. I'll work on the window shades. Alright, as we're here, stand straight, shift left, open to 45. As I transfer my weight here, if I'm going forward too fast, I can't do this. Alright? As I turn, I've already, by the time I'm on my right leg, if I've already started to shift my hips forward, I'm going forward. That's what's going to happen. It's physics. So support the weight over the sustaining leg. This is basic Tai Chi stepping. Okay. First part of Yang Style Taiji. Feet together, stand straight. Relax through the back, drop the shoulders, open the arms, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, bend the knees, pull up through the center, salute, relax the breath, breathe in, and breathe out. Shift the weight to the right, release the left, place the left in center. Both arms up, press down. Sink, open to the right, step through. The stepping I was just talking about, and turn. Ward off. Press the bird's tail, pull down, press, push, turn, single whip, and turn again. Raise your hands, turn, white crane spreads its wings, brush knee, step up, handstand the loop, turn, single whip on the other side, and shift the weight, pay attention, there we go, yeah, watch the weight, where's your weight, step up, handstand the loop, brush knee, one more time, shift back, deflect downward, watch your weight, parry, and punch. Close the door. Crossing hands. Palms up. Press down. Close foot and salute. Okay, we're going to keep going with the second part. There's a bunch inside. I'm going to get some coffee here. Talked about this more than once. Okay, so the repetition that we have in Yang Style Taiji has value for training as well as insight to the form. So where we have that repetition, there's both the opportunity to enhance what we're doing in our practice, as well as to recognize a little bit more in detail what the form is giving us. I'm going to use brush knee for this. It's pervasive. Every Tai Chi system has brush knee. The particular flavor, the particular way in which brush knee is done depends on the system, all right? So it does. All right, for Yang Style Taiji, set. This leg is, I'm going to go forward here, okay? So, set. This leg opens and go straight. All right, that's not going to work. I need to be in the center of here. Okay, flowers and yeah, I'll deal with it. We'll work on it. All right. Shift left, right toes. All right. As this foot comes through, there's a circle here, yes. But place the heel. Don't fall onto it. All right. From underneath, bring the foot out. Push into it. From the back, transfer the weight through the heel. A lot of work through the legs to make this happen. Okay? There's like stand through the hourglass, right? Push, pull, push down, and push through as you step. From here, right? Sink. This comes up. Doesn't have to come up quite so far. Hand comes around. Place it. Place it. With the idea that you're going to sink more as you set the foot. Right? So, under. Push through. This leg pushes into the heel on this leg. This pushes down. Push forward. This is the same idea as we have in that basic stretch when at the beginning of class I did basic stretch. I talk about for the legs and I talk about push into the heel, don't push into the knee. Right here. Alright. For brush knee, we also want this idea of opening and push. You thought you were going to put your leg there? No. Bye. Brush knee. There are other opportunities, but the fundamental idea as I step through, whatever's here, I want to be not in front of me. Right? Turn the waist. It's not use my arm to move this. If I only use my arm, this is part of the physical aspect, physical dynamic. If I only use my arm, all I have is whatever strength there is in my arm. If I use my whole body, if I have a good root through the base of the foot, through the leg, use the waist as the fulcrum for the turn, then it's not my arm, it's everything. That's got a little bit more to it than my arm. My arm's not very strong. But if I put everything else behind, it's better. It's better. Not too bad. All right, so as we step up, foot, pay attention. Foot comes out and turn into it. All right? And then do this the other way. Follow along. Sink right. Ready to left. Right hand's up by the right ear. Left hand directly in front of you. Okay. Right toes on the 45. Sink on the right. All the way down to the right. Bring the left up. Start the circle. Place the heel. Turn back. Now turn forward. That, as I step through, circle here, sink, turn back just a little bit, sink more, and step through. Again. Ready? Bring the foot up, bring it around, place the heel, sink more, and transfer through. Alright. As we move through much of the forms, Yang Style, we have this idea underlying what we're doing. And that is this idea that as we're practicing, we keep level, and as we move into something new, it's not up, it's down. Alright? So, let's do this in series for right knee. Ready on the right. Left hand in front. Not so much of a circle with the leg, think more about just placing the heel and sinking into the transfer as you transfer the weight. Place the heel, come from under. Shift back, up, place the heel, and come from under. Shift back, place it, sink more, and extend. One more. Alright. This method takes a bit more, a little coffee here, takes a bit more effort in the use of legs, as well as paying attention to the balance, so that as you're moving more slowly, you don't fall over, right? And I'm going to talk about this just for a second more. This kind of stepping, right? So, get back over here where we get see my feet. All right, this kind of stepping where it's place the heel and roll through and roll back and shift and place and roll and keep going and bend the knees. All right. Not much different than walking, huh? Place the heel, shift forward, and place the heel. Difference, you turn out the foot, and there's that little bit of a shift back. That small movement, that small change, is a big change in the way that we manage and control our weight. Being able to use this stepping method, right, opens the door for pretty much all of the applications that we have in Tai Chi, right? As we work on part 2, we're going to do a little bit more. Alright? As we work on part 2, have in the back of your mind, have this idea, paying attention to the stepping and how just this simple turn the toes, shift the weight, change the foot, place the heel, how that features in our practice. Part 2. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. Crossing hands. Bend the knees. Ready and turn. Turn the left toes in. Step right, brush knee. Shift back. Press. We just did this at the beginning, right? And turn. Turn the right toes, push out to the right, and turn. Fist under the elbow, step around. Push back the monkey. 1. Shift. Push. Sink. Step. Yes. The same except you're going backwards. Step out. Diagonal fly. And yes, I was off balance. And step up. Raise your hands. White crane spreads its wings. Brush knee. Step up. Needle at C bottom. Step through. Fan through the back. Turn. Hold fist. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Ward off left side. Step through. Yeah, we're doing this again. Grasp the bird's tail. Press. And push. Turn. Single whip. Reach out. Extend. And turn to the front. Left hand comes across. Cloud hands. 2. There's 3 of them. And single whip again. Step up and pull back. Come around. And out. Alright, relax for a minute. We're going to review the last part. We're going to review some of the other stuff, right? Don't worry about it. We're also going to review diagonal flying because when I stepped out, I had my weight too far back. I was going behind myself. I had my weight behind where my heel was. So I was off balance. Right? It's there. You see it. The point of me saying anything about it, we're going to go fix it. Alright? The only way that you ever figure out what you're doing wrong is to know what you did. What happened? What did I do? What was it my foot? Was it my hip? What? Right? In the beginning, let me get back out here. Alright, in the beginning, when we first start practice, we're still trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do, right? Where's my foot supposed to be? Where's my hand supposed to be? What's this? What's that? What's this movement? What am I doing here, right? As we get more advanced, this class, my assumption is that you already know, for the most part. If you don't know, if it's just a new move, then we're going to review it and you're going to be able to pick it up. All right, you've already got the basics, the fundamentals. I just reviewed a lot of that with fresh knee. So that idea behind what I'm doing here, as we pay attention to what's going on in the movement, right? It's not as much about where to put your foot, right? It's not beginning level. It's not, right? And I'm intentionally not teaching it that way. So there's that. All right. Diagonal flying. We've just done push back the monkey. So we're here, step back, all right, come around, step behind, and open. And then you come and go the other way. 1, 2, 3, hold the ball, step behind, and open. All right, that's both times. We're good. We're stable. There needs to be substance to the move, period. If you're off balance, there cannot be any substance to the move. No matter how much body strength you want to try and apply, it won't work. The foundation for all of our applications, the foundation for what we do, is using the whole body, extending through the root, and using the waist as the fulcrum to turn. If that's not in place, if that's not working, your form's empty. At a metaphor for that is duckweed. Floats on a pond. There's no substance beneath it. It floats. It floats. Okay? We want substance. Okay? So think about that root. I'm going to do this one move. We'll put it in context. So push back the monkey, diagonal flying, raise your hands strung the loop, brush knee. Might as well. All right, ready? Step back. 1, 2, 3, hold the ball, place your foot, open, turn, raise your hands, turn, white crane spreads its wings, brush knee. One more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, hold the ball, step behind, diagonal flying, turn, open, raise your hands, white crane spreads its wings, brush knee. One more. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hold the ball. Step behind. turn, shift, raise your hands, open, white crane spreads its wings, and brush knee. Alright, relax. This series gives us quite a bit of the fundamentals for both the upper body and the lower body in Yang Style Taiji. I gave a little bit more this morning, so we're going there. All right, so as we go back and forth, all right, we've gotten to cloud hands. Cloud hands, 1, 2, 3, right? Turn, single whip. And I'm going to make note of the repetition in the second part. So we have repetition of grasp the bird's tail, which is this entire thing. Warlock, roll back, press and push. Grasp the bird's tail. Alright, that is repeated on the diagonal, and then we repeat it again going in the same direction as we did when we very first started the form. So you raise your hands, you turn here, ward off left side, step through right. We do that again in the second part of the form. Finishing that series with single whip that goes to cloud hands. Cloud hands finishes with single whip. Okay, so let's work on that just a little bit with this idea that we're going to repeat from single whip, cloud hands, single whip. Single whip, and shift, come across, 1, cloud hands, 2, 3, ready the right foot, reach out, single whip, again. I could just stay there, but yeah. Single whip, and come across, 1, 2, 3, place the foot, single whip. Alright. We have done several things from single whip. Alright? We have single whip, turn, raise your hands, single whip. Yeah, I didn't get that one yet, sorry. Let's just work on the two that we have, really, right here. Okay, so single whip, turn, raise your hands. Single whip, turn, cloud hands. Okay. Now we have single whip, pull back. This hand comes in, this hand goes out. Circle, both hands, step out to the 45. Both hands go to the 45. Hands go this way. This is straight, this is 45. I'm going to turn around and do this a couple times. Alright, so there. Single whip. Pull in. Left hand pulls in, right hand push out. Both hands circle. I'll turn around and do this in a minute. Step out to 45. Both hands go to the 45. Toes close in. Single whip. Step up here a little bit. Single whip. Shift back. Both hands open. All weight's on the right. Step out to the left. Transfer the weight. Left hand continues to pull. Right hand circles down and out. Right? Here and here. One more time. Open, circle, right hand comes to the inside, the left hand comes under, right hand goes out. Circle, right hand comes over the left and goes out. It's here. I mentioned that we're going to do that. All right, so I had something and I just broke part of it. Pull down, push. All right, so this could be also encourage your opponent to be off balance. Let me encourage you to be off balance, and then let me use push to help you be more off balance. Okay? We can think about it that way. It's a good way to think about it. All right. So as we turn, this pull in, push out. On the 45 now. So we're over here on the 45. We're going to do something in a minute. Set it up. All right, as we step through, pay attention, we're going to do this whole series. Single whip, cloud hands, single whip, pull back, and step through on the diagonal. Single whip, turn, cloud hands, step through, pay attention to the right foot, turn, ready, single whip, pull back, circle, step to the 45, on the 45, and a little empty, but I got to keep it up. Alright, so that leg does go up and it goes around and then it goes around and then you get to put it down. I mentioned this some time ago in the lead up to Yang Style Taiji Part 2, okay? There it is. And we get to go to the other side too. It's not exactly the same on the other side, but the leg goes up. Oh yes, it does. Alright, and we're going to work on that more next time. For right now, let's take just that last, I guess preview. Right, I'm almost done here today. Alright, let's take that last single whip, pull back, turn, and step out. Single whip. Ready? Shift, pull back, circle, step out. As you step out, remember to turn the right toes. This turns, right? Single whip. Pull back. Circle. Step out. Alright, relax. I'm going over here. I'll work on it. Alright, I'm hopeful that even with my little trying to reorient where I'm standing this morning, I'm hopeful that this kind of format where it gives you the opportunity to put things together, as well as taking the movements apart a little bit more for connected practice. So single whip, cloud hands, single whip, we did that. We did brush knee a couple of different times, single whip. We did, I pointed out the repetition for ward off Pangujian, the grasp the bird's tail, right? So taking these series out of the form, practicing them individually. So it's a series, it's not just one move, it's a group of moves. Gives us both the opportunity to pay attention to those individual moves. A little bit more advanced level than the beginner, which should take an individual move and work on that, right? And work on this move, let me get where I'm comfortable with this move, let me get the next move, then let me work on the connections between them. Now we're working on the series. How do these several connect? Right? Step by step. How do these several moves connect, and where do we put them? Where do they fit? How do we connect them within the forms so that we have an extended practice? Hopefully some of that is what I'm going to try and answer in these sessions. So I hope you'll join me some more. I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow, except it's going to be Yang Taiji, part 2. Taiji sword on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Qigong practice. I hope you'll be back to join me. Thank you.